Hello everyone, welcome to KK4Z. My name is Scott and I'm off on another adventure. I'm going back up to Black Rock Mountain State Park. Gonna finish my kilo, have some fun. Got a new radio, got a new antenna to try out, so stay tuned. We'll talk to you later. Hello everyone, welcome to KK4Z. My name is Scott and I finally got here. It took me almost 4 hours to get up here. Normally it takes about 2.5 to 3. Lots of traffic, accidents, you name it, I ran into it. So I'm almost set up. I wanted to take a moment and do the outside first. I said I had a new antenna, and I do. It's made some pieces of my old antenna, but I had come across and decided I was going to build a tactical delta loop, and I will see if I can get where you can see it better. I don't know if this will let me, there you go. So there it is. I'm on a very small lot, so I don't have a lot of space. I am oriented, broadside is approximately east to west, which is probably a good place to be. It should be slightly directional. This is a loop. The two whips are held together with about a 25-foot wire, and that's what makes it a delta loop. It's an inverted delta loop, and I'm going to try it just to see how it is. Like I said, it's a little bit bigger antenna than just having the vertical, and we'll just see how it does. But I wanted to try it. For tactical reasons. Like I said, I do practice MCOM and I do practice FunCom, and this is always for those times when I don't have when I have to deploy for an emergency, and this might be an antenna I might use. It comes up easy, it's self-supporting, it's only held the only thing holding it up is a ground stake. And another good thing about this antenna is, I don't know if you can see them or not, but I've got power lines overhead, and my antenna is below those power lines, so that's a good thing. And then when I take it down, all I do is collapse the whips. So I don't whip it around in the sky or anything. I just collapse the whips, and that way it's fairly safe that way. All right, I'm gonna go finish putting the inside together, and I'll show you the new radio. This is Scott, KK4Z, clear. All right, well, here we are. I got set up. This is my table. See my cup holder. It fits real nice in the camper. The radio is my ICOM 7200. I always wanted one of these, and so far it's working good. The Delta Loop is working good. I may have to shut down here in a little bit because I hear thunderstorms, but I think for now I'm okay. But that's it. I'll let you know how things go. I'm working on my my second contact, so hopefully I'll be able to finish my kilo here. I'll talk to you more later. Hello everyone, this is Scott, KK4Z. It's about 10:30 at night, and made 116 contacts so far. That's a little below normal, but not terribly bad. Band conditions, as you can see, are not that good. But I thought I'd give you a little update on my new gear. The radio works okay. It's doing a good job, but it gets hot, kind of like ICOM IC7000 hot. I didn't expect that, but probably because this radio is more sealed than ICOM's other radios, it gets a lot warmer. It gets very warm to the touch. So in the future, I may not use this as much for digital modes and maybe save it more for CW and sideband. But I like the radio. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. It doesn't have, as you can see, it doesn't have lighted push buttons, which is okay because I wear I wear a headlight at night, and this is the way, as you can see, I keep my camper kind of dark at night. I like that, so that way when I step outside I can still see fairly well. The other new piece of equipment is my Delta loop, and I kind of like this loop. It seems to have a little bit more gain over my other antennas, and as advertised on the higher frequencies above 10 megahertz, it does exhibit some directionality. I'm kind of playing with that. I go outside and I turn it a little bit. Right now I've got it pointing towards the northwest southeast, and I want to see if I can maybe work an Alaskan station tonight. I don't know if that's going to happen. The bands are not that good, but I want to try, and then if I'm still awake later on in the night, I may turn it northeast southwest and try to get into Australia and New Zealand. When band conditions are good, I can usually get one or both of those. And sometimes Hawaii. Hawaii is always hard because there's just not that many hams on there. But I may give it a whirl tonight. Like I said, the band conditions are so-so, and I'll just play it by ear. Anyhow, checking in. Like I said, radio's working well. It just gets warm. The antenna's working well, and I really like the way that it works. So we'll check back in later. 73, Scott. Good morning, everyone. This is Scott, KK4Z. Still operating. It's Saturday morning. It's about 10 after 8. Band conditions are kind of slow this morning. Up and down, up and down. People go from like a plus 10 to a minus 15 in about 4 seconds, it seems. But the band is up and down. I've been on 40, 30, and 20 mostly. I got a contact or two on 10. Right now I'm on 20. I'm probably just going to stay here a while and wait for the band. Hopefully they'll pick up. Couple things I've done. There's my cup in the cup holder. And one of the reasons why this is important is there. It doesn't go all the way over and make a mess. The other thing I'm doing is I brought my Hercules fan. I've talked about this on my blog post, and it's doing a real good job. Right now I have it blowing on my IC7200, which when doing a lot of heavy digital, it does get quite warm. Like I said last night, somewhere like the old IC7000s used to get warm. It's a good radio. I still like it. It just has a cool factor, you know. I mean, I'm a veteran, so I kind of like the military vibe. So I'll keep it for funsies, if anything, and it'll be a great CW rig too. So checking in. I don't know how long. I have the campsite till tomorrow morning. Depending on how I feel and depending on the band conditions may determine whether I stay the night or go home early. I did make my kilo, enough contacts for my kilo, and that'll be kilo number 7, which is a lot of fun. But like I said, band conditions just aren't real good, and I just may end up going back home. Not a big deal either way. So anyhow, I'll talk to you more later. Scott, KK4Z, 73. Hello everyone, this is Scott, KK4Z, and here it is Saturday morning. It's about 11:15. I decided to pack it in early. Band conditions are just really not good, and just, you know, a lot of time between contacts. I'd lose a lot of contacts. They'd fade right before my eyes. I made about 200 contacts. I needed 88 to get my kilo, so I've got that, but I've got other stuff I gotta do at home. So I'm going to pack it in early, go home. Everything worked well. I was pretty impressed with the Chameleon inverted delta loop antenna. It worked, I think, better than my verticals. It did show some directivity above 10 megahertz, like it said. I did work some DX into Europe. Didn't get too far out west though. When I started yesterday afternoon, it looked like the band was going to be wide open and I was going to be able to get into Hawaii, Alaska, and Australia, but they just kind of petered out as evening showed, and I just had to let that thought go. But it was pretty good. Like I said, 200 contacts is nothing to sneeze at. The radio worked well. It's the ICOM IC7200. It does get warm. It gets quite warm when doing a lot of FT8 like I was doing, like steady for a couple hours at a time. It is a smaller radio, and so it does hold heat more. The good news is I brought my battery-powered fan with me just to try it out in the camper, and it worked well. And I ended up just making sure that I pointed the fan more towards the radio, and that kept it nice and cool. But other than that, the radio performed well. And it's a keeper. I mean, I like that military vibe, like I said before. And, there's opportunities to do CW and other stuff, or light digital, But I like the radio. Definitely going to keep it, if not just for the cool factor. So this may be my last overnight of the season. Holidays are coming up, lots of things to do. I got a lot of work to do on the farm, on the ranch, a lot of wood to cut, a lot of wood to split. So all in all, this is good. I'm heading to the house. I'll post everything either later on today or tomorrow. So you all take care, and thanks for being with me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me with your comments and your likes. And I read my stats once a month. I'm always amazed at how many people actually read my stuff. I'm glad you like it. I do it for you. Again, nothing on my site is monetized. I get no money for doing any of this, and I don't want it. My goal is to just show people what I'm doing, show people the things I'm making, and then maybe inspire you to do something, or inspire you to maybe be a little better, try a little harder, try something new, go back to something you used to do, just to keep the hobby going. So everybody take care, 73s, and God bless. This is Scott, KK4Z.